Hello and welcome to the NXT review. I'm Adam Wilbourn from WhatCulture, joined by Michael Sidgwick from WhatCulture, here to review everything that happened on last night's episode of NXT. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube, where we do daily wrestling podcasts where we not only review the show, formerly known as NXT 2.0, on AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision, pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a round of the week complete with a bloody good quiz, of course, on WhatCulture. As I said, though, joined by Michael Sidgwick. I hope you're sitting down because I have some terrible news. Michael Hamflett's having a day off.
Twice in one day.
Double.
You know what happened?
It's because he knew that you enjoyed.
I wasn't expecting to pop the first time, so I was like, well, have that again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For those who are confused, go and watch the AEW Dynamite preview. That's all it was, wasn't it? He got the pop and he's like, well, I'm running that for a second time.
Do a bit bigger this time.
Yeah.
And he, again, just to reiterate, he's doing nice things with his children.
Yeah, he's having a nice little afternoon with his kid.
Yeah. But that's the last day off he'll ever have. So, his words, not mine. What did you make of NXT last night?
I promise, if one of these shows is good, I will tell you.
Okay.
The show on multiple levels. In fact, almost every single one of them was really poor.
Okay.
But me and you might have something in common after all.
Ooh. Stick around for that. I'm in like WrestleMania stand and delivery of Yo-Yo season now, so I'm just like along for the ride, basically.
So you're saying it's a bad show, but you're willing to forgive it?
There was elements even I can't defend on this show.
Yes.
But other than that, class, obviously wall to wall. We start the show with the world champ Stephanie Vaquer walking backstage and being asked if she's made the decision as to who she's going to face at Stand Delivery Yee. And she says she's going to make her announcement or make a decision after Jada Parker versus Jordynne Grace. No messing about between these two. They charge.
There was some
messing
about.
They roll out the ring. They brawl around on the floor. As they get back in, Jada hits a big stomp on Jordynne, but Jordynne comes back with a nice inverted atomic drop, a rolling DVD, and a big shot off the ropes for a 2 count. But Jada comes back, sets her on the middle rope and hits that teardrop of hers and does that like high step celebration to take us to a break. When we come back, Jada's got Jordynne Grace on her shoulders. She tries for a tombstone, but Grace falls back and counters it. Chucks Jada Parker. There's a torture rack neck breaker in there for a near fall. And the finish, I'll be honest, went a bit skew-whiff. I think the plan was Jordynne Grace was going to dive through the ropes into Jada Parker, who was going to spill into Stephanie Vaquer, who I should have mentioned was ringside for commentary, but she caught...
Basically the exact same thing that happened between Rhea Ripley and Io Sky going into Bianca Belair.
Yes, but outside the ring here, key difference. But unfortunately, Grace caught her leg going through the ropes. She falls short, obviously. So Jada Parker gets in Vaquer's face, and the champ tries to hit Parker, but Vaquer clotheslines Grace instead. The referee calls for the bell. So I couldn't work out. I don't think it was Debbie Deeks. I think it was a no contest, but same difference.
Yeah.
But there's a big brawl. And then Giulia returns. Great to see her back. She takes out Jada Parker. She takes out Jordynne Grace. She goes,
poorly. I must add, poorly.
Go back-to-back with Stephanie Vaquer. Then
They didn't do that right either.
Face each other. Giulia hits a headbutt, a Northern Lights bomb, and stands tall, the former champ.
Yeah, this match was not particularly good. They completely botched the finish. There was...
real rough bump in there for Jordynne Grace.
Yeah, it looked like a potential internal decapitation. It was a Jada Parker who, like Jordynne Grace, it was like... some kind of suplex variation off the top rope, which drilled her head into the mat.
Yeah.
Drilled it. I mean, Nathan Fraser and Phoenix, now this. And these people need to learn how to work.
I forgot about the Phoenix.
All these indie people that need to know how to work. That's what I'm led to believe when I watch AEW when something goes awry, but I'm just here to ask the questions.
Yeah.
Ask the questions. Rough sledding, rough match, not particularly good. On the strength, or rather lack thereof, of this and indeed Jada Parker's match last week with Vaquer.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what she's doing in that women's title match, but as we'll discover, I mean, yeah, correct. This wasn't good.
Yeah, I'm
reckless, dangerous, not good. I mean, I will say, like, Jordynne Grace, I don't want to say she's spotless in the ring, but this is atypical for her. But my God, when you've got a match like Jordynne Grace versus Stephanie Vaquer just staring at you, just do that.
Yeah, I'm confused as to what's gone on here, because the whole point...
Are they allergic to singles matches in this goddamn federation?
Well, there must have been either crosswires or misreporting in terms of what's happened with Giulia, because they've got themselves tied themselves in knots with this whole Vaquer Giulia
when everyone's healthy. They do this nonsensical when everyone's raring to go.
But they've done this title for title thing. The whole discussion was that Giulia was banged up and need to go away for a while, which all of us assumed took her out of Stand and Deliver, obviously, otherwise you just do this match there. So maybe it's just she's either recovered faster than anticipated, or there was a misdiagnosis and actually she's good to go sooner than we thought, because, yeah, you've had the title for title, which was great. Then you had, and the double duty night for Stephanie Vaquer, but then they did the whole, I don't want this title after all. And now she's back and in a title match in time for WrestleMania weekend, basically. I'm really excited about the four-way. I know who's losing it. I don't know who's winning it. And I think potentially it could be really enjoyable, but I am a little bit frustrated that they haven't even gone for any singles match, like you say, whether it be Vaquer Grace or just run it back with Vaquer Giulia.
Yep, they're allergic to singles matches, the Fed at this point. My God, how... It's just bad booking. Like, an unbelievably convoluted series of events where you've retconned or just abandoned decisions just to arrive at a fatal four-way match, the likes of which you could just do a promo train to build. Like, what a total nonsensical, wasteful waste of time all of this has been.
Yeah.
And look, I understand the point of NXT. Like, they want to develop their own talent. Yes, they are opening up doors back again to the indies through ID. If you get, like, you know, if you have in an AEW toilet, you'll get an NXT contract. Like, you know what I mean? You don't have to do nothing. What the did Brian Pillman Jr. do there to warrant a contract? Exist there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe it is. But generally speaking, you know, the NIL program still exists. There'll be, you know, scouting disinterested collegiate athletes until the end of time. So I do understand that they do still mostly, preferably, I think, want to make their own people. And the idea is, all right, okay, well, Jordynne Grace, she might not ever be a Charlotte Flair or a Rhea Ripley in WWE's eyes, but she can be at the level below. And in the meantime, she can bring along other talents a la Jada Parker, right? So I understand why this match happens. What I don't understand is, why do I have to watch it? Do you know what I mean? Just give us something good.
I'm a big fan of Jada Parker's, but I'll admit that she hasn't been on form the last couple
She can't
of weeks.
hang at that level. She's shown, you know, she has shown encouraging signs that she could one day be a really good wrestler, more so on the mic and with a presence than a ring work. And, you know, you don't get to, you know, this should all just be behind closed doors, this for me, you know? But then you got to perform in front of fans. Look, ultimately, NXT is fatally flawed. I would argue that all episodic wrestling television is. NXT even more so, because they have to do things like this to get the talents ready. Yeah, I shouldn't have to watch it.
But then
you know, I don't watch the under-21s for Newcastle. Just watch them when the Prem ready.
We got a big recap of Ricky Saints winning the North American title from Sean Spears last week. And obviously the Ethan Page attack. More on that in a little while. Hank and Tank are having a meeting backstage, talking about whether they should watch the tag match. In walks those dickheads Swipe Right who deliberately get their names wrong. Love them.
Love them.
They say after they beat Fraxiom, they're going to give them a chance. And Hank and Tank, but they say take some notes. And Hank and Tank say, we're not that desperate. Maybe they are. And then we had the NXT spotlight on the Culling. They apologized to Sean Spears, to his minions, for his loss last week, and say, we'll help you get the title back. And he says, yeah, title wasn't really the focus. Wasn't even bothered about that.
What are we doing here?
Even I was like, excuse me? You took that from a man who treasured it, and it didn't even matter to you. That's exactly what Sidge was thinking, right?
No, I thought you were going to go into a spiel about the importance of titles in pro wrestling and how they are the narrative fulcrum and the reason why all of this exists. And if you devalue your titles, we do ask the question, what are we even doing here? But it's all, you're a family man, aren't you?
I'm indeed.
In case I forget my idea, I have on the preview, and I'll reiterate it on the preview if I remember to do that. For some reason, I had a thought about NXT.
Yes!
Hank and Tank in a gauntlet
Yes.
next week to determine the number one contender, right, for the tag team titles. They're going to go early, and they are going to eliminate the subsequent teams by using the finishers of the teams that they've been seeking advice from.
Oh my God.
I love it so much. I love it so much. I'll try and remember for next week. That's how much I love it.
And when, the fans, even the Florida ones in the building, start to cotton onto this, you can then have some fun of, Vic Joseph's going to be unbearable. The Street Profits finish.
Teachable moment!
And then they could get the near fall, not like, the plan has gone awry, but then they get it done in the end anyway. But I think that's what they could do.
I hope so.
I wouldn't hate that at all.
I really like Hank and Tank. But back to the culling. Yeah, winning the title wasn't important, or having it. It was actually just a vessel to get them all together. Because they could then form the chair, as we know.
What a load of
But
surely what you do in pro wrestling, if you're a wrestler, is align, if you're a heel and you're in a stable, you align, right, with fellow heel wrestlers, have them station ringside to cheat in your matches that you wrestle for the purpose of winning titles. So Shawn Spears has literally got it backwards. Shawn Michaels has got it backwards.
The focus tonight was Izzi getting into the North American ladder match and Nico and Brooks stomping on Hank and Tank's dreams. But we got the tag team champions next, that being Axiom and Nathan Fraser.
When I'm cleaning windows.
Taking on Brad Baylor and Ricky Smokes, a.k.a. Swipe Right.
Oh my God.
I mean, it was 5 minutes, but I was so impressed by these dudes.
Yeah. Like their entrance, they're just their dickhead aura, like we've said. And yeah, I mean, you kind of have to try hard to have a bad match with Fraxiom.
Yeah.
But yeah, great in here. Ricky Smokes, great name, by the way, as well. Drop kick Axiom to the floor, and they double team Nathan Fraser, hit a boosted drop kick for a 2 count. Smokes also hit a drop kick to the back of Nathan Fraser's head at one point for a 2 count. Axiom and Nathan fight back, and they both hit dives onto the outside onto both of them, and they do it again. Fraser comes in, hits Smokes with some clotheslines, launches Baylor into the corner. There's a moonsault into an inverted face lock. And then double DDT on Smokes as well. There's also a standing shooting star. They got a 2 count. Swipe Right fought back. They hit a nice double twisting DDT. Smokes goes up top, but Axiom shoves Baylor into him. There's a super Spanish fly. Fraser hits the Phoenix Splash, and Axiom's golden ratio to Baylor gets the 3 count.
Love Swipe Right already. Bearing in mind, this is the opposite of what I was talking about with... Don't know why I'm watching so many green wrestlers struggle in matches and it being, 2 hours of my goddamn life every week. The opposite side of that coin, the flip, is you get to watch an emerging wrestler at the very start or near enough the start of their wrestling journey. And theoretically, you could just never give up on that wrestler, have a really big investment in them. Swipe Right. Okay. Clearly still green. In the very embryonic stage of their pro wrestling journey, they have what cannot be taught. Smokes seems to be the better mechanic. He took a lot of this match. Baylor, he's the blonde guy. The face on this guy is unbelievable. He is such a born heel.
Yeah.
With pizzazz, charisma, presence, like, as you say, that dickhead aura. Like, it's really unfair to put this on somebody, but here goes nothing. If he isn't a complete arsehole in real life, I will be shocked. If I don't read a report over the next however many months or years when he's getting profiled and he's going up the ranks, if I don't read a report of him rubbing people the wrong way or, just generally being his own worst enemy in that kind of area, that kind of vein, I'll be shocked. This guy looks like almost born to play a heel. Lofty comparison, nowhere near the natural talent. But when you first lay eyes on MJF and you think you were literally born to play a professional wrestling heel, everything about you, your cadence, how much people want to punch you in the face, that obnoxious quality. This is, it's not a nice comparison, I don't think, because you're just setting the guy up to fail. But that's just my instant read on this dude was you have got something. Yeah. You've got that intangible it where I would love to watch you be like obliterated.
Evolve's a perfect spot for him as well because it's
a perfect spot for nobody.
It's developmental for developmental, basically. Yeah. And in terms of just he can rise up the ranks there with no real threat of we need to bring someone big names in. It's Evolve at the end of the day. Yeah, and just whether he's part of this swipe right team or whatever, just give him loads of mic time.
He's just got that.
But Smokes was impressive in the ring as well. I will mention him. I
think it's I don't know who's put them together, but a good idea. Yeah. Someone who's better at the nuts and bolts of it all. Like, he basically exists to hide this guy's flaws, or inexperience is a nicer way to put it. What's he called again? Nathan Baylor.
Brad Baylor.
Change that name. It's not very good.
Brad Baylor.
Yeah. You're saying it again. It's not really helping.
Sorry, yeah.
This kid is detestable. This kid, I will be shocked if even if he is nice or has redeeming features, never let anyone know. Never let anyone know that.
Live the gimmick. Yeah. We go backstage where Fatal Influence are having a chat. Fatal Influence, by the way, in case you were wondering, are former Women's North American champion Fallon Henley, Jazmyn Nix, and of course, Jacy Jayne. Thanks. They're arguing about who gets the qualifier, and it seems to be between JC and Fallon. But Jazmyn Nix is taking it, and they're going to be there for her.
Every week. Yak. What are these broads like, huh?
Just you wait till later on when... Anyway. The match was next. Jazmyn Nix with Jacy Jayne and Fallon Henley in her corner against Sol Ruca with Zarya. Sol Ruca, who promised to qualify for Stand and Deliver last week. Sol Ruca qualified for Stand and Deliver here. It was... Sol Ruca dominated the majority of this. There was a nice big face buster flipping over Nix in the corner at one point. Of course, Fatal Influence get involved, but Zarya's there. And there was a slight tease of a shock win for Jazmyn Nix in here. Fatal Influence getting into it with Zarya, distracting Sol Ruca. And there was the Nix kick for a nice near fall, but obviously Sol Ruca hit that awesome soul snatcher out of nowhere to get the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it was poor, this. And every time I say something like this is poor, you get that pang of guilt of, they're in a pretty dysfunctional system that's never really yielded a crop of, consistently yielded a crop of top stars. Like, something in the PC's broken. It's never really worked. Like, they don't get that many opportunities to progress in the ring. They're all learning from one playbook. They don't have that ability to go out and get tortured by an audience. It's this sort of stealing process, Like, I always go back to, there's the Young Bucks in PWG got annihilated by Reseda for the first couple of years when they were kind of ironically over. They had Bop as their entrance theme. So, all right, we'll see what we're doing here. There's a bit of a wholesome quality. That's, it's creative and original, so they latched onto it, and then they just kind of kept doing it. It's like, these guys are losers, they're dorks. They try to do a match against, I am making a point here, did a match against Roderick Strong and Bryan Danielson. Oh my God.
Boy.
If you have got a sick and cruel sense of humor, check that out. They get destroyed. It goes way too far. Like they are told, kill them, they will get the sympathy, They kill them, the fans are like, well, they're not dead yet, so keep killing them. And I think like all at various points, like all four, like, what do we do? And like Danielson and Roderick Strong's like, I don't know what the you're going to do, but I'm going to do the job as was instructed.
Yeah.
And that is kill you until you get over. And you're not over yet, so I'm going to keep killing you. And
But Danielson took some sick pleasure in that.
probably did, and there was animosity between the two sides
Oh.
for a long time after the fact. Obviously, it's all worked together since and everything, you know. There was ill feeling on the back of that match. Anyway, so what happens is the Young Bucks realize, something needs to change. They eventually get turned heel. But like part of that is because they kind of take matters into their own hands a little bit, and just, you know, it's PWG, it's this like playground for creativity. They do this bit where they finally realize, right, how can we wind these fans up, right? They do a sequence, appeal to the crowd, right? And the fans chant back at them, same old shit, same old shit, same old shit. And then they beat for beat do the exact same old sequence, like move for move, and then they get like this ironic applause. And that's how they learn genuinely to go, right, okay, you can play with these people, you've got the freedom.
Yeah.
Like, it's just this exercise in manipulating a crowd. How you ever going to learn that in this system? No one ever has. Like, people have been in it and got over subsequently. When you never see anything like that, ever. And that's just one example.
Improvising on the fly sort of thing.
That's like one example I've used from the indies of, all right, that's how you kind of like get it a bit, you know, you just learn on the job. You throw it back in their faces. It's like a battle almost. Like in the same way a babyface collaborates with the audience to like, I can't do this without your help sort of thing. It's a battle. If you're early and you're rubbish or you're considered rubbish, you can't get that here with this fawning, self-serving crowd and this punishingly prohibitive system, you know? And there's a bit here when Sol Ruca tries to do some kind of like running knee into Jazmyn Nix, and it's the weakest crap you've seen in your life. And I'm like, don't sell for that. Or just better yet, just put some oomph behind it. Just bleak, dreary, dysfunctional professional wrestling, or this soulless emulation of it.
I'm really excited to see Sol in the ladder match, though.
I'll get her over.
Javon is in the locker room. Sarah asked him about the big match against DarkState. And says, Javon Evans says he called this. If Trick and Oba had listened to him, they wouldn't be in this spot. He doesn't want to be like either of them. He dropped Oba twice, and Trick tried to snuff his potential. Tonight, one step at a time, basically. Tonight, DarkState, and then the NXT Championship at Stand and Deliver. Yay. And then we see Giulia leaving the arena. She's asked why she attacked Stephanie Vaquer, and she says, Stand and Deliver, no friends, rematch. More on that in a bit. And then it was Hank and Tank versus Brooks Jensen and the wild card, of course, Nico Vance. Unfortunately, another...
Of course. Everyone knows him.
Yeah. The losing streak of Hank and Tank rolls on. They're trying to find their way. They were doing well in this match. Hank Tank knocked Nico to the floor for the finish. Nico threw him into the guardrail. Brooks was taking on Hank, and Hank actually took him down with a sidewalk slam, went up top, but missed the swanton. Nico came in, and they did their double team finish to get the 1, 2, 3.
I mean, it's just the usual thing, innit?
The night is dark. It's just before the dawn.
If you like. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can't really comment on this match. It was just... Hank and Tank have got this... Like, the whole idea is they're endearing, hyperactive, like, jock dudes who go through their stuff and celebrate their own moves, and they do the same moves and celebrate them in the same order. It's like you've seen them all with these guys. I don't hate them, but
no,
I also don't care.
I think they found their perfect mentors later on in the program.
Yeah.
Though. But prior to that, we had
more likable Mojo Rawley.
Yes. God, yeah, I never got it with Mojo.
No,
not once.
Well,
no, actually, the bit with Gronk was good stuff.
You ever had a dog?
No.
All right, okay. Sometimes they'll hump midair. That's what Mojo Rawley was to me. He was my old golden retriever.
Take him around the back.
Don't say kill him. What the f*** are you talking about? Just said that he was like weirdly horny under the guise of enthusiasm. I didn't say kill Mojo Rawley.
Sorry, I was getting Old Yeller confused
I was
here.
just thinking that you went for Old Yeller because he said golden retriever.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Moving swiftly on, the new North American champion, Ricky Saints, comes out to cut promo.
Where
He
did
said,
that come from?
because I got confused. I don't know why. I just thought, it's a bit harsh on Mojo there.
Yeah, it was understood. Kill him.
Make him disappear.
He's up in the air again. Well, you know what you got to do. Take him out in the old woodshed.
I don't know where that came from. That's great. I mean, that is-
Famous thing they do with retrievers, Sid.
Yeah.
They just always take golden retrievers out the back and just shoot them.
good stuff.
Ricky says he told everyone that when he arrived that the Revolution would be televised. He's a man of his word. And he's standing here, the new North American champion. Whilst he'd love to keep the celebration going, got a bitter taste in his mouth thanks to all ego Ethan Page. He gets it. Look, someone of my caliber comes in and did what Page did better and quicker.
Was it? I read it wasn't, but carry on.
I'd be pissed off as well. Page had never been the bigger man. Had to ruin his special moment. He goes to call out Ethan Page, but instead, out comes Lexis King. Like a lineup of Tony Fumbles here. The Heritage Cup champion comes out on his throne and tells Ricky, hold your horses. You're worried about the wrong guy here. I've got the prestigious Heritage Cup championship. But if there's one thing about me, I love gold. Austin Powers, isn't it?
Yeah, I know what it is, man.
And he's interrupted by Eddie Thorpe, who says, it must be nice to waltz in and be handed oppportunities while others are starving Michael Sidgwick to get what they deserve. He's been on a quest to win a title.
Can't believe you just killed Mojo Rawley. Yeah, you shoot him, don't you?
We don't just get hyped, we get shot.
Eddie's on a quest to win a title, but he'd been on the wrong chase, Sidge. He wants the title that now represents the land of his people, which was stolen from them. This title's his birthright. He's interrupted, choo-choo, by Wes Lee. It's a promo train, who says he'll take care of Inamura later, but you can't talk about the North American title and not mention him. It peaked with him. He's not had it for far too long. King says that you're desperate to live your glory days. Eddie calls Lexis King another greedy white man desperate for more than he deserves. And Saints just doesn't want any of this. So he goes to sort of fob him off, and Ethan Page attacks him from behind. They all pick up the title at the same time, and there's a tug of war. Love it when that happens. Wesley dived in onto everyone on the outside. This was real bad.
Real bad.
Even I can't defend this.
Absolutely real bad. Like, oh my God. Can you remember when Cody was like the general manager or something to try and like divert viewers away from AEW? Yeah. And then he was backstage with, I know Lexis King was there.
Ethan Page?
I don't know if Ethan Page was there, but Sean Spears was.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
It was basically a room full of ex-AEW. Yeah. And then, Cody, I mean, I don't know what was running through his head, but it would appear to me that he just, I'm going to say the line, but I don't like it. I'm not going to own it. I'm just going to shoot off camera the second I say it. Well, guys, it looks like we're all in a good place. Stuff like that. Are yous? Is this a good place? What's Lexis King doing really? How much has his career improved really?
It was all three of them, by the way. Ethan Page, Sean Spears, and Lexis King.
Right, okay, thank you for that. What a beautiful and resourceful man.
Yeah.
And now you've just got the idea of Ricky Starks, Lexis King, and Ethan Page. Like, if I'm Shawn Michaels, maybe I am playing to these, NXT fans. I was going to say something else. Because they'll just accept any old slop and just eat it. Thank you. Can I have some more? It's meant to be gruel. It's not meant to be good. Like, Ricky Saints feuding with Ethan Page and Lexis King, having just feuded kind of with Sean Spears. Just like,
Welcome to the business, kid.
What I understand that you can't really magically improve the NXT men's roster overnight, which is just so dry and so drab. But like, why would you draw comparisons if the whole point of Ricky Sainz is, and they've done it a million times, you burnt the bridges, you can't go back there. I'm from a different place, and we're all in a good place, and blah, 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 blah. It's all canon, this. Like, why would you do the worst version of it? The most rampage-ass thing. Because people will say it's good regardless. You could put Luther, Matt Hardy. In fact, you have put Matt Hardy in there. Luther in ring. I was going to work most boring examples, but me. Lexus King and Ethan Page and like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? It's crap.
I hope it's Ethan Page that wins next week. They're doing a 4-way to determine his shot. So there is a singles match at Stand and Deliver. Well, in theory, there is.
I mean, it just baffles me how people pretend to like this.
Well, someone who was enjoying this was one of Avish, I think that's Rock's daughter, general manager of NXT. One of her assistants. It wasn't Stevie, it was the other one. It was
Robert Stone.
Who says it's Stand and Deliver season. He's loving it. Ava asked Stephanie Vaquer for a decision, and she says, I'll have all of them because I'm hardcore. So we've got a 4-way.
One more than Dreamer as well.
Yeah, 4-way at Stand and Deliver. Yeah.
What a load of absolute crap. I can't be doing with this.
I like the 4-way, but I would have preferred a singles match.
Jesus Christ. Like, the amount of like repeated spots that is going to go on across WrestleMania weekend. We've got NXT main event, Fatal 4-way, Night 1 triple threat, Bron Breakker, his match. Hang on. Roman, Cody, Seth.
Yeah.
No, Roman, Punk, Seth. Rhea, Io, Bianca.
Yeah.
Trick, Javon, Oba Femi. Bron Breakker's IC title defense. The women's NXT 4-way.
Yeah.
Probable SmackDown tag ladder.
Yeah, there'll definitely be
Says 6 across 2 shows.
3 shows if you count, and 2 nights of wrestling.
Jesus Christ, more saves than bloody Nick Poop in these matches. Eventually I will reach a point of there'll be a save here. They're a good match if you do them rarely because it just adds the excitement and the saves, and you get loads more near falls than you would in a singles match. But my God, I can't be arsed. You're going to love it, aren't you?
Oh, I'm
like a seal in Vegas.
Absolutely.
Not that I'm jealous of nothing.
Now it's time for Trick Williams to talk about the triple threat. To mention about the triple threat at Stand and Deliver and talk about the main event of the evening. He's not here to give a sob story. Someone's always standing in his way, though. Which one is it? Runs through what he's done, of course, and says this time he's going to leave with the title. Tells Oba and Javon to be on their A games against DarkState. And he's going to whip both the races at Stand and Deliver. And then we got a match I really did enjoy. And that was, surprise, surprise, Yoshiki Inamura versus Wes Lee. I really like Inamura, man.
He's good, isn't he?
He's just
fun as hell, very creative. Very
and Wes
unique.
is great. Like, I think Wes as a heel's just weird. But
his face was good here.
yeah.
He's not doing that cum face anymore. You know, the jizz on my pants face. He looks like he's having fun in there. Looks like he's having fun.
Looks a bit like when Seth Rollins does his entrance, right?
Yeah. I forget how that goes.
How does that look, though? I can't remember. Can you remember, Wilbs?
Is this...
Was he a bit tired there, so was he?
I know. Maybe he was a bit of... maybe he was all shacked out.
Maybe he's all shagged out, bro.
I tried to do like a slowed down version.
So, what's the bouncing? Do you do that?
I don't know.
It's just a weird... It's just a weird thing to add in it. It's like a big bags of saying, "Oh God, it's got all the bouncing."
What? Wes Lee dived on Inamura before the bell rang.
Have you got bouncing on a confused?
Maybe, yeah. Gets caught, gets slammed on the apron.
He's revealed a little bit too much, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I like the fact he hit a kick to the back of Inamura and some forearms.
How was it last night? Oh, God, she had us bouncing. What?
But Inamura just smacked the crap out of him here. There's a springboard somersault for a 2 count from Wes Lee, puts Inamura and goes for a 450. But Inamura moves and just launches him. Lee tried to fight back, but Inamura caught him again and hit a standing fisherman suplex for a 2 count. That was lovely. Inamura lies in wait because Lee's sort of struggling. Charges at him, but Lee hits a drop kick to the knee and a kick to the head. Briggs is like cheering Inamura on. Lee dives through the ropes onto him, kicks Inamura, goes up top, and gets caught for a huge spinning body slam. But as Inamura sets up on the top rope, Tyreek Igwe and Tyson DePonte there. Igwe jumps up on the apron. Briggs pulls him off, and in the process, knocks the top rope to cause Inamura to lose his balance. He bumps into the ring. Cardiac kick by Wes Lee. 1, 2, 3.
Loads of fun.
Yeah.
Short. If I'm being honest, when I saw the match graphic, I think because it's a rare, decent-looking TV match on NXT, I'm thinking they could probably have something really close to and I hate the word, but a banger. Mm-hmm. Wasn't quite that. Bit short, but for a while it lasted. Inamura's just a lot of fun to watch.
He's great, isn't he?
Like, unironically, my favourite WWE match of the year.
Really?
When him and Ivor, not this.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Ivor on speed.
On speed.
It's awesome. Giving each other CTE so hard they were gassed after 2 minutes. Amazing.
Oba Femi's turn to address DarkState. Says their presence has NXT on edge, but he hasn't forgotten what they did at Vengeance Day. They hit him with their best shot, but they didn't put him down. He's going to return the favor and then turn his attention to Javon Evans and Trick Williams, who he's obviously going to defeat. Then we got another qualifier for the Women's North American Championship ladder match. Izzi Dame versus Wren Sinclair. There's only one thing to talk about here, and that is the pinfall to finish this match. A powerbomb from Izzi Dame put the brilliant Wren Sinclair down for the 1-2, and then Izzi Dame celebrated before we got to 3. Oh, man. I was like, oh, boy.
It's this...
Not so good, Al.
Not so good. In fact, it was atrocious. It was pathetic. Is what it was. Don't know what we're doing here. It is the latest incident in the spree of 1, 2, let you go.
Yeah, I thought of that immediately as well.
It's like, apparently, I was listening to the Voices of Wrestling flagship, and they brought this up as this thing that happens in NXT where they just let go of the people that they're pinning rather than create the illusion that the person getting pinned is struggling to kick out. Just let go, like what we're doing. And like they said, one of the hosts said, do they think this is the right thing to do? And then the other ones responded, no, I've actually spoken to people in NXT. They are kind of aghast that this keeps happening, and they are directly telling them not to do this.
Is it because they're like already moving on to the next spot in their mind that the rehearsal? It is bad. Like, I agree completely. Because I rewatched the opener to WrestleMania 49 last night. Obviously, Drew and Seth. We
Getting excited for it.
Oh yeah, I'm fully in now. That's it. Hamlet sent me a walking tour from the Luxor to the Allegiant. Just like a 15-minute, like someone's wearing a GoPro and just literally walking between the two places. And I watched that last night. And I watched the walk back. Same thing, you just walk in the opposite direction.
Why is he sending you that? And why are you watching it?
Because me and him are just both like, oh, here we go. Not long now.
Oh, God.
Just think you could have enjoyed that unspoiled there. You just walked it anyway yourself.
I know, that's what I was thinking as well. You know what else I was thinking? Why is it in late April? You know, there's something used to have WrestleMania in March.
Yeah, first time ever, isn't it?
I could have went if it was in March.
It was, yeah, it's always traditionally like late March, first weekend in April.
They often do the first weekend. What's the delay?
It's some basketball or other sport thing, I think. That's why they've moved it. But thankfully, I think it'll just stay around this time of year now going forward. So,
what's a Sidge not be able to go ever again? Awesome.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So in that match, we were obviously lucky enough to be there. We watched it. I've watched that match back previously. I watched it again, and there's... he hit several claymores. Spoilers, but what? He hit several claymores before winning the match. So I know it's not that claymore. I know what other stuff we have to do. And yet, the opposite to what we're talking about there, he covers him, and then mid-pin, he moves to try and put pressure on the opposite shoulder. This is Drew, to make sure he gets the win. He obviously doesn't. Seth throws up the shoulder and stuff. But yeah, it's the polar opposite to, well, this isn't the pin, so I'll get up after two. And then, this last night, I was just like, oh, man. I assume in her defense, maybe she's heard, sometimes when the fans get confused where the ref, jumps for a pin and hits the mat to jump for the pin, and people think that's one, and then the ref's 1, 2, and people are wait a second, is that 2 or whatever? But yeah, it was just really bad. Real bad.
Real bad.
But you'll never guess what the women are doing after this backstage.
Cannot keep doing this.
They're arguing.
No one points this out,
We do.
I know, obviously. But it's just weird how it's just this. That's just how women talk, innit?
They're rowing. They all want a last chance qualifier, but Ava says there isn't one this year. Roxanne Perez is there. Still, for some reason. I don't know why she hasn't moved up to the main roster, to be honest, Sidge. She says Ava better figure something out. But Ava says she has an idea for Stand and Deliver. What's that then? Oh, what's it going to be? Another multi-person match?
See all that again? I was annoyed with you.
What I do? I'm just asking questions. Ava's got an idea to fix Stand and Deliver or last.
For Roxanne Perez,
I don't know.
Some kind of last chance thing.
Well, it's definitely not a last chance thing. That's what she said.
All right.
Beyond that,
I wasn't paying attention. Neither when I watched the program, nor when you said it. I don't know. I'll save it for next week.
Okay.
It's not waste words here.
They confirmed the Fatal 4-Way for the NXT Women's Championship, and then one of the highlights of the show for me. There is Kale Dixon and Uriah Connors there watching tape. And Mr. Chase walks through. Andre Chase walks in, has a glance at the screen and says, moving too fast. And they're like, what? So those guys, they're moving too fast. They say, oh, Mr. Chase, can we get some advice? He says, you guys don't want my help. They say, we do. He says, okay. Is this the beginnings of Chase 2? But
maybe.
I was just
they've been building this for months.
Yeah, but this is the first time he's said, I'll give you some advice.
Yeah.
He's become a teacher again.
And then, did you notice who came into shot?
Who's that?
Another team who are down on their luck and could potentially need some advice. Was there? Could Hank and Tank be in Chase U?
Don't. I can only get so erect. Hank and Tank walk in.
Stop bouncing in a minute.
They say it's not worth it. And here come the Street Profits. They say they've been watching and they're trying to be the tag teams that they aren't. They need to lean on each other and be who you are. Be Hank and Tank. Dawkins says we've spoken to Ava. She hasn't got to them. She's Rockstar General Manager of NXT. And there is a tag team gauntlet next week. The winner of that gets the tag title match at Stand and Deliver. There's a nice bit with the Profits, Tez, and just hyping them all up, basically.
Yep. No, I reckon they're going to do this story that I've just come up with.
Yeah. I've just remembered, actually. Sorry. I'm getting a package delivered because obviously a week today we'll be flying to Las Vegas, so I need to go and double check if I need to go and sign for it.
Yeah, what's that got to do with Vegas?
It's very important.
What is it?
Equipment.
What kind of equipment, though?
I can't disclose that because it's private.
Have you got a small package or a big package?
I've got a really big package.
Mm.
Okay, well, just Phil's down there, Murray's down there. I think Josh is still in, and Ewan.
Yeah. But
Just let them do it.
I think I have to sign for it.
You
don't.
You
have to give them a code or something, don't you?
What's your code?
69, obviously. So I'll be right back. Just run us through your ideas.
Oh, sorry, what was that? Yeah. Oh, well.
What am I meant to talk about?
Just run us through your ideas for this tag team, please, mate.
Well, I've already said it, so I'll talk about something else. Nicholas, give us a topic, and I'll talk about it for a few minutes.
Cheese.
Cheese?
Yeah.
My favourite cheese is halloumi.
Ooh.
Bit squeaky, got to get it when it's hot. But my God, those salty flavors are absolutely tremendous. I like a blue cheese at Christmas.
Nice.
I've
I've never been a blue cheese guy, but I can respect it.
What are you like with like learning how to like foods? You just think first impressions or
Quite good, I think.
like an olive? That's the obvious example.
Olive is a perfect example because I didn't like them to begin with, and then a friend's dad was like, "No, just try this one and then try another one, like a little bit more and a little bit more." And now I absolutely love olives.
Yeah.
So,
Now blue cheese has got that sort of like, really challenging at first, but rewarding as well.
Scent can be a big thing to put you off as well, can't it?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Love mozzarella.
Oh, yeah.
Love mozzarella. I'm also a big fan of burrata.
Oh.
Really pairs nicely with a salad. There's a burrata cheese.
You do much camembert? You ever done camembert?
No.
I've not really done it, man.
Not a big camembert
Seems like
sort of person.
Yeah. Chuck it in the oven and get it all hot. Should we just keep this going for like 10 minutes?
I absolutely. I mean, he's not doing anything, is he?
Yeah. Well,
I
sounds like a
also
really big package,
love,
to be fair.
mainly it's like a texture more than a flavor because it's not intense in flavor, but as a sort of like substitute for meat in curries, I love a paneer.
Oh,
really like
nice.
a paneer. It's like a nice budget option. That's real good stuff. So those are my favorite cheeses, really.
What about you, Mike? Oh, no cheese for me.
Hey, how's it going, Stacks? What does the cheese say when it saw itself in the mirror, huh? Hello, me? Huh? Just thought you might like a little cheese joke there for you.
Mike, what's your favorite cheese? Sorry, I really cut off Nicholas when he asked.
Nope, gone all shy.
Ah,
Oh, well.
oh well.
What the hell's Hamlet today? Is he poorly? Is that can be the only reason he's not here, right?
No, he's elected to take a day off.
You're joking. Not another one? Huh?
Yep.
Hey, guys. Sorry, I had to come in a little bit early today because got something I want to say a little bit later on the show. So keep an eye out for that one.
All right, okay.
But a happy International Day of Pink.
Ah,
You like pink? What's the deal with pink, huh?
with the singer-songwriter.
I don't think so.
I'm never liked any of her tunes, really. Pink, however, is my favorite color.
Is
I
it?
think it's probably almost certainly something to do with Bret Hart and the just transformative impression he made on me as a child and how cool he looked. And I just think hot pink, it's the nicest looking color, is it not? Pink in the skies. That's like a pink sky, pink.
Now, you don't want pink in your eye, though. That's the one thing, you got poop particles in there. So, of course, you know what's pink and sits at the bottom of the ocean? Moby's dick. 3 questions, 3 jokes for you, Sidgwick. What is the Cookie Monster's favorite Pink Floyd song?
Right, okay. Okay, I can get this. So, the Cookie Monster, has he got a catchphrase?
That's what I was just thinking. What's his catchphrase? Well, he says, cookies.
Cookies.
So that's him. So, is that anything?
Or else you got the Cookie Monster's favorite Pink Floyd song. Money. The Wall.
Something from Dark Side of the Moon, surely.
Oh.
Money. Cookies.
Shine on You, Crazy Diamonds, something like that.
What was there?
What's the Cookie Monster's favorite Pink Floyd song?
Is it just something in the voice? Not really a big Pink Floydsman, to be honest.
Literally outside of the wall and Dark Side of the Moon.
I heard the only time I don't know.
Yeah. Same, Sid.
Yeah.
Same. Yep.
Only makes sense in a certain.
Yeah.
What is the Cookie Monster's favorite Pink Floyd song? Comfortably Nom 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 Nom.
That's good. That is good. That is good. It's a shame James doesn't really have that frame of reference because I could tell that one to him.
Tell this one to James. What's pink, goes in hard and dry, and comes out soft and wet? Huh?
Well, if it's dry. I hope it's not the misdirect. Say again?
What's pink, goes in hard and dry, and comes out soft and wet?
I don't know, like a macaron.
Good night, right? What's pink, goes in hard and dry, and comes out soft and wet? Bubblegum.
Yeah.
Simple bubblegum.
So you wanted me to say, penis. Quick thing on a macaron, right? There's a bakery in the Granger Market called the French Oven. Mm-hmm. Very nice if you're ever in Newcastle City Centre. We've got a little macaron, okay? A little macaron on the counter, just begging to be purchased. And I was stood behind someone who, I tell you what, right? I only became a foodie. Am I really insufferable? It's just funny. I don't hate people who, don't know their food and stuff. It's just funny. So there was the macarons were all on display at the front of the bakery there. And I was in line waiting to get something or other, this or that. And the person in front of us who was like, had a very thick accent and might not have known their food, gazed upon the macaron and went, what the f*** is that? Is that a burger or a biscuit? Just popped his dad.
A burger or a biscuit?
Is it a burger or a biscuit?
It's neither, sir, actually.
Final question, final joke for you, CG. What is the difference between pink and purple?
Right, okay. Got anything, Nicholas?
Nothing that I want to repeat on this podcast, no.
What is the difference between pink?
And it doesn't bode well for you because he's already moved his chair back for when he runs away, so that's not good, is it?
Yeah. It's actually a little runner on here.
Got places to be.
Like the performance center. Okay. Say again.
What is the difference between pink and purple?
I don't know.
What's the difference between pink and purple? What's the difference between pink and purple? My fiance's grip strength, when she's jacking it. See,
Is that even a joke?
I feel like he didn't even know the punchline before he dropped
Yeah.
it. It's like, I'll just make a punchline up off the top of my head there.
Well, that's one of the Stax' most...
Maybe that's a thinker. Maybe in a couple of hours we'll get that
It's a
one.
good job he laughed to make me laugh.
Yeah. And overly explained it by saying, we're jacking it.
Don't know what happened there, but nonetheless...
What do you reckon, Mike? No.
Yeah, he's got nothing.
Nothing.
He's got nothing.
No.
Favourite cheese for you, Nicholas?
Favourite cheese? I don't know, I don't know if I've got a favourite one. I just like cheese. You bring cheese to me that's good, like a nice spread.
Yeah.
I'll dive in. I like smoked applewood, actually.
Oh, I don't like a smoked cheese, man.
Yeah.
I don't like smoked goods in general. Salmon, cheeses,
Sausage.
pig, sausage. Nah, not really for me. Microphone, anything on cheese? Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Oh, Wilbourn. He's weird today.
I couldn't wrong package in it.
Todd's Hamlet's head, disembodied head.
It's a
Yeah.
box of Hamlet in it.
It's a box of Hamlet.
That's what it is.
So he's not.
You're talking about cheese. I hear it's just coming through.
Yeah, I mean, Nicholas was just chatting about cheese. I mean, I don't really have much to say about NXT, and I realise I've actually got more to say about it because we've not finished the programme.
My favourite cheese, probably the only one you can hide a small horse behind. Mascarpone. So.
Why do you have these to hand? Sorry, why do you have jokes to hand? Because Stax also had a cheese joke.
Did
to hand
he?
As well, yeah.
Good lad. It does remind me of when Stephen Gerrard was once asked, Stephen, what's your favourite kind of cheese? And he went, melted cheese. Anyway, main event of the evening. Is that what we're up to?
The main event?
Yep. NXT champion Oba Femi, Trick Williams, and Javon Evans versus DarkState.
This was absolutely toilet.
Dion Lennox, Saquon Sugars, and Cutler James representing DarkState here. They attack before the bell, do DarkState and batter.
There's 4 of these dudes, yeah?
Yes.
The 4th one must be bad. If they've picked these 3, they give it the old college try. The best you've got, this 4th guy must not be very good.
Dion beat up Oba Femi at the bell. Trick Williams made a bit of a comeback for the baby faces, but it was all down to Javon Evans to come in and make the save. He knocked Dion down. He hit a big spine buster to Saquon Sugars. Sugars came back, but Evans sweeped his legs and hit a double stomp. In came Cutler James. He gets nailed with a super kick. There's a springboard Rana from Evans and drop kicks as well. And Trick and Oba team up to double clothesline Cutler James as well. And there's a nice standoff with the 3 of them and the 4 of DarkState, who are now on the apron to take us to a break. When we come back, Javon Evans is in real trouble. And he has to try and eventually fight his way over. They keep cutting him off. He's going to make it to the corner, but Oba Femi shoves Trick Williams' hand out of the way so he could get the tag in. Kills everyone, of course, including picking up, I did like this spot, picking up Saquon Sugars and just throwing him at Trick Williams.
That was...
Trick has enough, gets in the ring, argues with Oba Femi. Javon Evans is like, what are you doing? We've got to take on DarkState. But Oba and Trick start going back and forth. Oba clotheslines Trick over the top, goes with him, and Evans hits a big frog splash to get a nice near fall. But as he tries to finish this match off and take out DarkState by himself, basically, he goes to springboard off the ropes, and Saquon Sugars pulls the ropes down. That drops him, and there's an awesome-looking diving 3-man powerbomb to get the 1-2-3 for DarkState. Statement victory for them.
This was poor. And I'm baffled. I'm absolutely baffled as to why you would introduce a Retribution adjacent stable, only not talented. At least Retribution had some talent in there. Like Dijak was talented, you know. A talentless Retribution. What? At this stage of stand and deliver a season, and they are going to pin one of the 2 number 1 contenders for your big title. My God, this stable is so derivative of, by the way, mostly terrible ideas. They are not good in the ring. They are, again, pinning number 1 contenders in matches. Why? I don't know. I don't know why this. I don't know why this is all happening, or why this act is coexisting and interacting with your 3 top guys for now.
I think it's the intrigue of whose side are they. I do think this is going to factor into the triple threat stand.
But you hope so. Otherwise, you're just pinning someone for no reason, because they look like they're going to move on to the family after this. So what they're doing with these, no idea. It's all very strangely booked. And, I suspect that they're not going to know what they're doing. I mean, look at the North American and women's title pictures. I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke. They just change from one week to the next. Nothing fits together anyway. I will say, I want that brand new, out of the box. So it's fine. In fact, it is normal for them to be not great. It would be incredibly rare on that Akiyama Kurt Angle tier of how are you so good this quickly? That rarely happens. There's a select few. This Cutler guy, almost a joy to see a proper John Laurinaitis era throwback to a guy who he doesn't move right. You know what I mean? Everything he does looks so stilted and awkward. He can't even. It's his legs are spread so far apart when he's doing moves and stuff. It's he just looks like he's been in 2006 Ohio Valley Wrestling for about 3 months, and then Vince is gonna need someone. And this guy's got a good body, you can have him. And he's green as grass, and he cannot move. This guy was not particularly great in this match, but I don't blame him.
No.
I'd hate, you know what I mean? I go every Monday and Sunday, either training on the games, to watch my son play under 10 football. I'm not doing a podcast on them. Do you know what I mean? What's the value of this? Why am I watching it?
Well, a great ending to this show because just as they were going off the air, who should appear
I can
on
hear
the,
a noise, by the way.
on the
Last time I
Titantron?
heard a noise, the office flooded.
I can hear something like a whir.
Yeah.
We'll wrap this up. Who should appear on the Titantron? But Channing Stacks Lorenzo himself.
What did he say?
He said, "Hey, DarkState.
Shh, rubbish.
Hey, DarkState. Up here. On behalf of the D'Angelo family, you want to cause chaos? Fine. How about next week in the parking lot? You four are going to learn that messing with the D'Angelo family has severe consequences." I mean,
Oh my God.
yes. A go home. Yes.
When do you fly?
Oh, we can fit time in at this one of the airports to watch this. Don't you worry.
When do you fly, though? I don't know.
I think we fly like pretty early Wednesday morning.
Right.
Pretty like,
So you're on Tuesday or no?
yeah. We'll do. That'll be, it's the perfect send off. We'll probably squeeze in a Dynamite preview as well on Tuesday to put it out on the Wednesday because we were not going to have time whilst traveling to do all that.
Right, okay.
But finish the day off, finish the time in the office off, obviously, with the NXT preview, the best podcast that there is. We did like a whole 15 minutes of preview on that 1 hour podcast yesterday.
What's the length of that one again?
It was about an hour.
Yeah.
But all in all, great NXT, as we've said. Let us know your thoughts.
No, we didn't say that.
In the comment section below or on X at WhatCulture WWE. Watch, they can follow all three of us. You can follow Michael Sidgwick at.
M. Sidgwick.
Follow our brilliant producer Adam Nicholas at.
It's Adam Nicholas.
Follow me at Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. Make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling, wherever you get your podcast from, for daily wrestling podcasts. Dynamite Preview is available right now, but for now, this has been the NXT review. Thanks to Michael Sidgwick, to Stacks. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.